What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for the next Multiversus Yay or Nay episode. Today's character is the one that won the poll a little over a week ago, and that would be Courage, the cowardly dog. Now that he won the poll, we're going to put him to the test. Let's see how many people truly want him by giving him either a yay down in the comment section or a nay. We'll see how he fares, but he won his poll pretty convincingly. It wasn't even a contest, so we'll see how this one goes. But as always, we're going to start off with a few ideas for some movesets, and as always, if you have your own ideas for movesets or taunts or alternate costumes, always feel free to drop those in the comments as well. But let's start things off with first possible move here. And this one, I guess we'll dub it the cymbal smack. You know, the music cymbals? I think that's what they're called, right? But Courage here will end up pulling out these cymbals. If I have the name wrong, I'm going to be so upset. But I think they're called cymbals. But basically, he takes out the cymbals, and then he smashes them together, or he smashes them around his opponents, kind of like clamping them in. So you could also that could be like his a strong attack, like his grounded strong attack. Just smashes the cymbals in between or around his opponent one time. Or you could also make this maybe a multi-hit attack where he smashes them against his opponents maybe multiple times. 2-3 hits, like bam, 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 real quick. So and then if he misses the attack, then maybe you hear the old cymbal smack together. I mean, that could get annoying after a while, so somebody would be out there smacking cymbals, missing the attack on purpose, maybe try to irritate somebody, but nonetheless, this could still be a fun little attack. Move number 2, we're dubbing this one, I guess, the Ultra Scream, I guess if that's, that's how you want to put that. So, in the cartoon, right, in the show, Courage screams, or I guess he yells quite a lot, due to him, being afraid all the time. And I guess that makes sense, right? So we could turn this into an attack. This attack, this is just my idea here, this attack would deal 0 damage. This only does knockback. All right, it's going to be one of those weird attacks, but it could be very, very useful in certain situations, right? If you can knock your opponent off stage with obviously a different attack, but knock them off stage, and then you have this Ultra Scream. Ooh, yeah. So your opponent's trying to recover, right? And then you go use this, and the knockback just pushes them farther away, messing them up, interrupting their recovery. So they could play dividends, but I do believe this does need to have somewhat of a cooldown, so you can't just sit there and spam it over and over, because otherwise then that's kind of not fair, because your opponent's going to keep jumping. You'll keep trying to use this. So yeah, should be somewhat of a cooldown on it to, help not have it be so spammy. But either way, I guess there's move number 2. And move number 3. Now this one, I went a little, somewhat different. So Courage, the cowardly dog, I mean, he does act cowardly in the show. So my mindset for this attack, which I'm calling blocker. I don't have a great name for this attack, but since he's kind of a coward, he's not really going to go on the offensive, so he's going to try to be defensive. And where I'm going with this is Courage will end up pulling out this little blocker, and it can end up blocking light projectiles and maybe even some attacks as well. It will not be able to block fully charged attacks or heavy projectiles. Those will go straight through his blocker and make contact with him, dealing damage. But if he holds this blocker up, you will have to press and hold the button. But he'll pull up the blocker, and he'll basically just kind of put it in front of him, blocking any sort of an attacks. But as the attack is going on, the longer you hold this blocker and the more that your opponent is making contact with it, it starts chipping away at this blocker or this shield-like object. So it diminishes over time. The more it gets used, the less effective it is. So I don't know. I thought this was at least it was a somewhat different out of the box idea. I thought it fit with his style of character. So that's the only reason I included this. Maybe it's not the best idea, but sometimes you do got to think outside the box. the alternate costume portion. This one was kind of fun. Courage had so many to choose from. There's one that stood out to me immediately, and I was like, okay, this better be an alternate costume. This better be. But the one that I'm thinking of is the fruit outfit, I guess is what I call it. It's the one from like one of the Bigfoot episode. Him and Bigfoot are having like a food fight, and then they end up kind of having this weird little dance-off type of thing. It's weird, but this thing would look so cool as an alternate costume. Just running around with a whole bunch of fruit, bananas, grapes, apples, whatever it is on the outfit. I thought this would be a worthy alternate costume. That's why I included it. But a couple more ideas. Alternate costume number 2, Courage the Criminal. You know, where he dresses up and he's got the little hat. I forget the episode it's from or what he's doing, but you see the little outfit. It's nothing special. It's nothing flashy, I should say. And then again, not every alternate costume needs to be flashy. Sometimes simple, you know, speaks volumes. And I think this one can. So, Courage the Criminal, this could be a fun one. And one more. This one would be, I guess, I don't know if you want to say this one's flashy, but this one's probably... here it is. I don't know how to describe it, but the gladiator outfit. This is something I'd buy. I'd buy this one. I'd like this one. Maybe he doesn't have the giant spike mace club thing, but the rest of the outfit, the gladiator outfit itself, I thought would be pretty fitting for an alternate costume. So there you go. There's 3 different ideas for some alternate costumes. All right, now let's take a look at a few ideas for some taunts / winning animations, I guess we'll say. Yeah, we'll go with that. But here, the first one is him dancing with, I believe they're called nutcrackers, right? The little marching dude. I think that's what they're called. But he could just kind of be, this could be his victory animation, I guess. This would make sense, but him just kind of dancing around with the little toy. I think this is from the dancing rat episode. Yeah, there's like giant dancing rats or something, and he's dancing around with it. The episode's kind of fuzzy to me, but you've seen the little clip they played, the little GIF, whatever, but I think that would work. And one more. What about when he just gets scared? This would be perfect for a taunt. When he gets scared, you know, like how his brain or, you know, like whatever just kind of like pops out of his body because he gets so scared. What if that's a taunt? Just a real quick, like everything, just pops out. Pretty simple one. I think this would be very fitting because, I mean, duh. And then we come to the end of the video, the yay or nay portion. Well, I think I will end up giving Courage a yay. It's going to be a low yay. He's not one of my more wanted characters, but I do think he would fit rather nicely in a roster like this. And with him kind of, if he had some sort of play style where he's kind of like scared and he doesn't really go on the offensive, he's like a really defensive type character. I think that could be kind of fun if you play him in the right way, you know? So I'll give him a yay. I think it'd be fun. Either way, you guys down in the comments, either yay, you want to see Courage as a playable character, or nay, you don't want to see him as a playable character. Either way, that is going to be it for this one. We'll be back again next Sunday with another brand new yay or nay episode. And I think this week I'll put up another poll on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. But that is going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.